สวัสดีค่ะ and welcome back to Admiral Insight here on GBN Station with me กรกนก วิชิตพันธ์ I hope that you all are happy and stay healthy at home. Our news today will be about restoring 5 Buddhist pagodas in Myanmar, how the Buddhist monks in Thailand adapt during the COVID-19. Also, we will be hearing a Dharma guidance from a famous South Korean Buddhist monk.And lastly, we will get update on the latest online meditation sessions. Let's get started. The Archaeological Survey of India has started restoring 5 pagodas in ancient city of Bagand, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Myanmar. The 5 Buddhist monuments were damaged during a devastating earthquake in 2016.According to the Deputy Director of the Archaeology and National Museum Department in Bagand, UCO Solin, the ASI will carry out emergency maintenance work, including structural maintenance and checking the integrity of paintings and concrete floor patterns. Founded in 1861, the ASI is an Indian government agency under the Ministry of Culture.That is responsible for archaeological research and the conservation and protection of cultural heritage in India. The agreement to carry out restoration at Bagan was jointly signed during a state visit to India from 26 to 29 February by Myanmar's President, UN Mint. During the interactions, India welcomed the inclusion of Bagan on the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in June last year.India and Myanmar also welcomed the commencement of the first phase of the ASI's work, which will oversee the restoration and conservation of 12 pagodas under a project to restore a total of 92 earthquake-damaged pagodas in Bagand. In 2010, both countries signed an agreement to work on the structural conservation and chemical preservation of Anda Temple in Bagand.which is dated to 1105. Buddhist monks in Thailand have turned to do-it-yourself videos on YouTube to quickly make much-needed masks and face shields to protect themselves from the coronavirus. As the COVID-19 outbreak escalated in Southeast Asian Kingdom, Theravada monastics continued their daily routines with homemade personal protective equipment.Monks from Noi Wong Sawang Temple, located in Nonthaburi Province, just north of Bangkok, will film as they went along their armed rounds. When asked about the new masks, the monks described how they were made. We learned from YouTube and made them 3 days ago, said Pramahasum Kirtanasutto. I asked the parishioner to go out and buy transparent sheets, sponges, and rubber bands.Then we staple them all together. The monks can be seen in several masks that match their robes, along with homemade transparent face shields to protect their eyes and prevent droplets from passing through and from their entire faces. The Venerable Korean Son Zen Master Pomnem Sunam shared Buddhist message of hope, acceptance, and resilience of the world grappling with fear and uncertainty.As the COVID-19 pandemic brings entire countries to a halt, damaging lives and livelihoods, threatening societies and communities around the world, the renowned monk offered a Dhamma-based perspective on embracing change and moving forward into a new reality. As we watch the COVID-19 pandemic unfold, we can somewhat foresee how our society might change over time.Ponem Senem said in an address given in Seoul last week, the pandemic has disrupted our daily lives. We think that set programs and agreed-upon schedule must be followed, but there is no such rule. Right now, we have no choice but to alter them. We are shocked by our broken routines, so we experience chaos, suffering, and struggle. However, consider the Buddha's teachings of impermanence.We should always keep in mind that nothing is permanent. Only then we can see that changes in our daily lives are not that bad, so as long as we face and adapt to them. We should make the best of the situation in a way that works for us. Regarding COVID-19, the most pressing concern is our safety. We must focus on protecting ourselves from the virus, Sunim explained. We must also prevent any substantial losses, but if we cannot avoid a loss, we must act proactively to minimize the loss. To make that possible, we need to overcome our fear of uncertainty. Practice is not limited to vows or meditation. Practice is seeing things as they are. If we can see the true reality and nature of things and respond appropriately, we can free ourselves from fear and resentment. This is the essence of practice. All of the Buddhist temples in England closed as a part of the government effort to flatten the curve in the transmission of the COVID-19 virus. To flatten curve means to slow the rate by which this illness spreads, reduce incidence of cases in their populations, and support efforts to protect public health. That means the citizens are encouraged to stay at home. During this uncertain time, financial impact is tangible, making people become more stressed about their jobs. Therefore, Rupatamagaya Newcastle decided to offer the online guided meditation streaming via Zoom application. The first online session started last week with 22 participants. Some of them had taken meditation classes at a temple before. The teaching monk will be organizing the online sessions every week until the situation gets back to normal.
Today, there are more than 10,000 Buddhists in Norway. But when and how did the Buddhist movement start in the land of midnight sun? Let us find out the answers together today.
Sawasdee ดิฉันชื่อชันธนานะคะอยู่ประเทศนอร์เวย์นี่มาได้34 ปีแล้วนะคะใจที่ว่าได้มาอยู่ที่เกือบจะประเทศเกือบจะใกล้กับขั้วโลกเหนือก็ยังมีพระพุทธศาสนาได้เข้ามาอยู่ในประเทศนอร์เวย์เนี่ยนะคะแล้วก็ที่ประเทศนอร์เวย์นี่ก็มีคนพื้นเมืองนะคะคนนอร์เวเจียนนี่นับถือพุทธศาสนาอยู่เยอะนะคะประมาณจะเป็นหมื่นนะคะ20,000ได้ทั้งที่จดทะเบียนแล้วก็ไม่ได้จดทะเบียนนะคะ
1968-69, and there was a Norwegian man that has started to read the old scriptures and translations from English and German. And he had done it autodidact, only by himself, studied, meditated, thinking. And then after 20 years, this man, Arne Torjesen, he come forward, put in advertisement in newspaper, and slowly they reformed a group, a steady going group. We were not many. And the interest was Zen Buddhism. So about 1975, I got the idea, why don't we establish a Buddhist society in Norway? Yeah. And we started to meditate, we started to really go into it. And then, as I said, my daughter, my oldest daughter, she is something about number 40, 50 member of the Buddhist Society. And her 3 sons, my grandsons, they are now number 12,000 something, and so on. So at least we are the 3 generations. some instructions of meditation. Zen tradition, yes. Probably it's not very different from other. We don't use mantra, that's true. And we don't use specific koans maybe. But if we start, point one, relaxation, relax. And that means your whole body. Yeah. You can start, if you want, go step by step. Relax your tongue, eyes, neck, shoulders, stomach, limb, go down to your feet. Just feel that it comes a heavy weight, the gravitation takes you to the ground. You are sitting in a position that is good, stable, and very relaxed. And this relaxation makes it possible for your mind to relax.
Special thanks to Deary, and don't forget to check out the Facebook page below for more amazing videos. Let us end our insight with the Lord Buddha's Dharma quote.
He who reveres those worthy of reverence, the Buddhas and their disciples, who have transcended all obstacles and passed beyond the reach of sorrow and lamentation. He who reveres such peaceful and fearless ones, his merit none can be computed by any measure.
And that's it for At Bright Insight this week. Hope you all have a nice and grand holiday at home. Make sure you join us on Meditate Against COVID-19 campaign live session every day 7:30 p.m. Thailand local time on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for joining us and see you again next week. สวัสดีค่ะ